Hard to comment on the game after all the craziness that happened, but did you feel that things were getting out of hand early?
I think we did a good job at the beginning, staying with them. We had a lot of good chances. I think Packers' injury and some other things got into our head.
Yeah.
We just need to stay calm and play our game, not freak out at the refs, and play our game and just concentrate on our systems and keep playing.
Did you take a lot of issue with the calls and the calls that weren't made early?
I mean, I think it's hard. Like, we're all subjective. It's hard when you play. You want to get the calls your way.
Yeah.
I think some calls in the beginning were questionable that they got, we didn't. But we got to get over that and come back next weekend.
I guess just overall your thoughts on the game and just the way the team played versus the Buffalo game, just what you were able to see and what the team was able to do.
I think we came out pretty strong against Buffalo from the beginning. I mean, we scored right away and then just kept putting pressure on them and kept scoring. I think today we had a hard time getting one at first, so kind of took a while till we scored. So I think if we get a goal early on and keep playing our game and don't get frustrated, it'll be a different game.
Do you think it will mean anything after the dust settles that the power play finally got one tonight?
That was definitely nice. We had a lot of changes on the power play with injuries and everything, so it'll be good to get another week of practice in and see who we have for next weekend. But yeah, I hope our power play keeps scoring, because we need that in our game.
What is it about this Connecticut team that's so tough that to play against them? What is it about them that makes them so tough to play against?
They have good goal scorers. I mean, they score nice goals, and I think the shots are pretty even, but we just need to score on our chances.
The officiating early in the game and when things started to get out of control.
That's something that we can't control, so I think as a team we need to look past that. Calls are going to be made whether we like them or not, so we can't let that affect how we play as a team. So that's how I think about the officiating.
This was Margot's first game in the lineup with all the injuries. How did you think she played?
I think she played phenomenal. She played her systems, and she was able to keep up. It was awesome. I'm really happy for her. I hope she keeps playing.
You had some really good chances out there. Was anything going differently for you tonight before all hell broke loose?
I actually played with the new line, so just switching things up. I was able to play with Celeste, who I played with in high school. So
wow.
I think it was kind of fun to play with someone you played with when you were young. So it was fun.
Do you have any questions?
I guess your thoughts on this game versus the Buffalo game and what makes Connecticut so difficult to play against?
They're a good team, and so is Buffalo. We're all good teams. It's just you need to show up every night and play a whole 60 minutes, or else if you let up a little bit, that can happen. You can score a goal. So
To come into a game when you're down, by the margin, and being down 4 and coming to the game with no warm up or anything, how much of a challenge is it to get right into things?
Yeah, it's never easy coming into a game like that, but that being said, that's my job and it's something that I prepare for. So I come in, even if I know that I'm backing up, I come in and I treat it like I'm starting, and I have to be there if my team needs me.
Do you know what happened on the play where you kind of got bowled over there and the charging was called?
I didn't see it all. I know that there was kind of a scrum in front of the net, and then I kind of let it go from there. I just took my place back in the crease and watched. But I was ready to jump in if someone needed help, like to pull people off, but not much help in the fight, I'm afraid.
As a goalie, how do you stay mentally sharp? When you're sitting on the bench, and then when you go into the play, do you do like any visualization, or what do you do to stay sharp?
No, I just stay focused on the game, and I follow the play, and I'm right in there with my teammates. I'm not sitting down daydreaming, so just stay mentally focused. Yeah, make sure, and it's a lot of it's the prep work too. So it's making sure you do everything you would do before a normal game, and just being ready in case I need to go in.
The different goalies had different techniques, so sorry.
No, I'm not much of a visualization person or anything like that. I'm not superstitious either. So I have my normal pregame routine, and that's the basics, the necessities. It's making sure I'm eating right, sleeping right, and warming up, and that's about it.
Focus on watching the other team during the game too, different tendencies and stuff from that.
That obviously helps to be able to see, how the plays are developing in the neutral zone and how their forecheck is going, and it does get you kind of prepared to jump in, but at the same time you're cold, so that doesn't help.
Well, the Winter Classic, that was another highlight of the week. I became an aunt this week too, so I got to look at all the highlights of the week. So.
And you had the head trick.
Yeah, so it was a good week. Got our donkeys cards, so had a lot of highlights to look at during the week.
Player of the week?
I was. Every week's a new week, so gotta focus on the next thing. And they did have a lot of positives. The Winter Classic was awesome. I was lucky that we got to experience what the NHL could put together. It was quick, but it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was surreal walking out into Gillette. I mean, walking out through the Patriots tunnel. I went to school in Boston, so it was special.
How much of a challenge is it to turn your focus to next week and start looking ahead? Does that start right now? Does that start in the locker room and getting back home?
That's the first thing out of everybody's mouth when we got back in. It was like we got next week to look forward to. We got to prepare, talk about all the things we need to change, and then do right, focus on next week. So we got 2 games.
I know it's not much of vindication, but did it feel good to get the power play after the big fracas? But,
It's always good to at least get one. I mean, nobody likes to give the other team a shutout, so you always at least try to get that one right at the end. Still disappointing with how it's turned out, but you got to change your focus. Next week. I'm human. I only saw that part of the game that I could see, and I know the rest are human. Clearly only saw what they could see. It was frustrating to say the least after the first period, but we need to let that go because you can't change it. So we just got to skate through everything.
How did you feel when you found out you were going to the Winter Classic? That's a pretty big honor to Ray out.
I'm sure you guys have all heard that those who emailed back the fastest got slots, and I was just hoping I emailed back fast enough. So I was like, when did this email get out? So I responded as soon as I saw it, but I was excited. I was excited when I got an email back. So.